Hey, good morning. Let's go over today's trade plan. So in the overnight session, we were using 50.75 to 52.75 as key support, and that's the area where buyers continue to be active and defend. At this point, heading into the open, we are going to be watching to see whether the market can hold above the 57 quarter previous close and 58 quarter previous VPOC. If the short-term strength that we've seen here in the overnight session is going to continue to be valid, then ideally you do want to see it holding above 57 quarter. And if it starts to fail at 57 quarter to 58 quarter, then that in itself would be a warning sign. On the upside, we have pre-market resistance at 61 to 63, which marks yesterday's RTH high, and then beyond that, we have resistance at 65 to 68. Now, given that the buy side is in control, if the market can take out 61 to 63, then most likely it will be set to print new highs. So the 65 to 68 is not really major resistance. The 61.63 is actually even more important because that's really where the market balanced all day yesterday. So if we can take out 61.63 to the upside, then the 65.68 may not really prove to be much of a resistance area, and we'll probably end up making new all-time highs to end the week. Now on the flip side, if the market fails to take out 61.63 and then drops back down below 57 quarter, we do have that support at 51 quarter to 53 half, but at that point we need to make sure that Russell is not liquidating, that it's not breaking its overnight lows, because the Russell so far is already showing a lack of strength as compared to the S&P. And if it starts breaking its overnight lows and yesterday's lows, then ES could also end up eventually taking out the 51 quarter to 53 half support for a test of the 45 to 47, and potentially even back down into the 38 quarter to 41 quarter. And in the event of continued selling, the 32 quarter to 34 quarter would be an extreme, and that would be an area where responsive buyers are very likely to be active. So given that the bigger picture bias is bullish and the market has been in an uptrend, we are going to continue to give more edge to the buy side and give them the benefit of the doubt until we see failure of a key level or failure of a key zone. So the first warning sign for buyers would be if 57 quarter to 58 quarter failed to hold. And then if 51 quarter to 53 half failed to hold, then that would mark a small balance breakdown. And at that point, at least on the smaller time frames, the sellers would be more dominant, and we could quite easily test 45 to 47 and possibly, like I said, even 38 quarter to 41 quarter, where responsive buyers can defend yet again. So those are really the main ideas heading into the open. How the market reacts to 57 quarter to 58 quarter and 61.63 is really going to set the bias and the tone on the day. Now, in order to continue higher and in order to break out and print new highs, we would want to see participation from the Russell. Nasdaq's been holding up fairly well anyway, but we would want to see continuation in NQ as well, and we'd want to see some pretty decent sustained upside momentum on the NYC tick. So as long as all of those things are present in the market, the market is already in an uptrend, and that trend can continue. So let's keep an eye on how the market responds to 61.63, 57 quarter, 58 quarter. That's going to help set the tone and the bias on the day, and we will take it from there.